Here we have the new 2026 Chevrolet Suburban. This one comes in the High Country trim level with the High Country Deluxe package, black paint, jet black leather interior, 4-wheel drive, and the powertrain consists of a 6.2 liter naturally aspirated V8 engine that's made it to a 10-speed automatic transmission. But love this spec. As we come around to the front end here, we do get our LED headlamps along with the LED daytime running lights, LED fog lights as well. And yeah, I just really like the High Country's presence overall, just the stance of it. We get the air suspension here, and it's just a really nice looking vehicle. Now, as we come around to these wheels, these are gonna be 22-inch aluminum wheels. I like that design and kind of how it matches the chrome accents throughout. We get passive keyless entry on all 4 doors, power running boards there. Then we have our power door lock controls, memory seat function. We get one-touch up and down windows for the front, express down on the back. Rear window lockouts there, power mirror, and then we do have power folding side mirrors with blind spot monitors. Premium Bose sound system. Full 4-wheel drive. We can go through our drive modes here. We get normal, sport, off-road, tow haul, that air suspension to adjust that, hit the button, and then you can see we have 3 different modes there. In terms of the air suspension, 4 different modes, excuse me. And then headlamp controls, electronic parking brake, and then we have the parking sensors, downhill brake control, automatic park assist, and then trailer brake controllers there. Hood release. Get a power tilt telescoping steering wheel. And then here's our power driver's seat with 4-way power lumbar support. Now, I do want to give a huge thanks to Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee for allowing me to review the Suburban today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. I'm going to make sure the seat's all the way back, and then let's go ahead and check out the rear seat room. So, pretty good space back here. I need to move that seat up. I have it too far back, so usually my knees aren't touching the back of the seat. Seat back pockets are on both sides. The rear entertainment system here, so the web browser, the HDMI ports, and then the vehicle status. We can pull all of that up on the screen. Our settings here. And then we have our rear AC controls with 3-stage heated seats in the back, 2 USB-C ports, 2 HDMI ports for either screen, and then a 3-prong household plug-in down below. And there's a look at the front from back here. And there is the sunshade for the roof. And there's a look at the 3rd row. You got a USB-C and a bottle holder on either side there. But LED reading lights throughout. You can hang your shirt here if you need to. And then in terms of fuel consumption, premium's recommended for the 6.2, but you can run regular fine. And as we come around to the back end, full LED tail lamps there, quad tip exhaust, and then our trailer hitch receiver is right there, spare underneath. And then top tethers are integrated on all 5 of the rear seats here. And this does have the all-weather mats throughout, storage, and then I'll show you, you can fold this down and we'll tumble the 2nd row. And there's a difference between the space when the 2nd row and 3rd row is down compared to where they're up. So even with the 3rd row up though, tons of space. And then a 3-prong plug-in there. As we come around to this rear passenger side, you can also tumble the seat from right here, move the seat bottom forward and back, and pretty easy to pop it back into place. Just requires a little bit of grunt there. And then your lower anchors for the captain's chairs are right there. Now to the front passenger seat. Power with 4-way power lumbar support. We get these side pockets on both sides. Lockable glove compartment here. And then I love the wood grain accents throughout. Now to the window sticker. Y'all can pause anywhere you need to take a closer look at anything. This does have the High Country Deluxe package again. Technology and entertainment. And I really like how it's spec'd out even though it's almost $100,000. Now as we come back around to the front end, just a quick look in the engine bay. There's that 6.2 liter V8. Before we hop in the driver's seat, just gonna show off the blinkers. And then we do get them in the side mirrors as well. And they're the ones up front. But next, into the driver's seat. Leather wrap steering wheel here. There's the horn, Super Cruise indicator, Super Cruise sensor. Now over here to the screen, we can check our vehicle status here. So tire pressure monitor, air filter life, even the battery voltage. We can go through all of that. And then we also can see the coolant temp, transmission fluid temp. And it's nice to have all that so you kind of know what's going on with the vehicle at all times. You have the My Chevrolet app you can use, Google Assistant here, so you do have access to Google Maps. Auto Park Assist is there. You get dual zone automatic climate control, so you can either use the menu here in the screen. You have kind of controls down below like you would expect in the traditional sense on these touch screens. Then you also have a few shortcut buttons, all the important stuff. So fan speed on or off, and then temperature for either side there. And your hazards are right there. You can see the rear as well. And then you do get AM, FM, XM along with Bluetooth, wireless CarPlay, Android Auto compatibility, and then you have the Google News app as well. Your controls are in here, so you have electronic child safety locks, the auto park assist, the camera, the heads-up display, and then you can kind of go into everything that way. And then for your settings, go down here. Vehicle settings includes your rear seat reminder, teen driver, buckle to drive, and then you do have your Super Cruise lane change if you want that on. And then down here, your system settings. This is where you can change your language as well as your units of measurement. Now, a lot of camera angles, backup, front camera, overhead view of the front, side, and then the backup, overhead, side, and then you even have a hitch view too. Now down here, wireless charging pad, you get a USB-A, USB-C port. Bottle holders are here. And then we have our center console cubby space. Up here we have the rear camera mirror. OnStar, these are the controls for the sunshade, the roof. You can tilt over here, slide over here, and then the gate in the back, third row seats, and then your theft sensor right there. And then this button here activates your hidden compartment. So when I push that towards the back of the vehicle, I get this hidden compartment that comes out, and then you can just kind of pop that open. And that's how you close it. But over here, let's do a one-touch slide on the sunroof. So I love that it goes all the way back one touch. Same thing with closing it one touch as well. And then the best thing I think about the GM vehicles is you can one touch the sunshade. But there's a look at the back end from up here. The back of the vehicle, I should say. And then your vanity mirror right there. Back up front, left side stalk, blinkers, fluid for the front, fluid for the back, and then you have the intermittent wipers in the back, the intermittent wipers in the front. Over here is the shifter, so just hit the brake, neutral, reverse, drive. While you're in drive, you can activate the low mode, and then you can use the paddle shifters behind the steering wheel to toggle the limiter, and you can see what gear you're being held to in that bottom right-hand corner. Then just press the button on the side for park. Cruise control, activate that here. And when the hands-free is on, the Super Cruise is activated, so you can do either or. And then you can hold the cancel button to go between regular and adaptive there, and you'll get a notification on the gauge cluster whenever one or the other is chosen. But set your speeds there, gap adjust for that, as well as the forward collision alert is here. And then behind the steering wheel on the left side, track list, radio station presets. Behind on the right side, volume up, volume down. And then voice recognition, this goes to your audio sources. You can use this as a toggle when applicable. And then you have your mute Bluetooth button there, heated steering wheel, and then you can change your gauge faces with that button. And there's your heads up display. Push button start. Finally, here's the key fob with remote start. But next, let's go ahead and take this 2026 Chevrolet Suburban High Country out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in the Suburban, the 6.2 pulls, really like that. Yukon XLs, Suburbans, Tahoes, regular Yukons, doesn't matter. You have that engine in one of these, you have, what, 420 horsepower, which is a lot for a vehicle in general, but specifically, you know, a mall crawler. So really like these engines. They're really fun to use, and they allow the tow capacity on these to be pretty hefty. Now you're getting 14 miles per gallon city, 18 highway. So you got to keep that in mind, and that's if you're going easy on it. But I'm gonna slow her down just a tad here and then give her a pull. Not too much, because this thing has like 5 miles on it, but I'll give it a little something. Here we go. So I mean, gets up to speed very nicely, relatively quick. And again, this is for a very heavy SUV. I have the lane centering on now. And I want to give a huge thanks to Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this Suburban today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. For the air suspension, magnetic ride, it's just a really nice ride coming down the road here. Very luxurious feeling. Wind noise, not bad. And honestly, the tires aren't as loud as you would expect for 22-inch wheels. So, I mean, so far, I'm just impressed with the overall, you know, quality of the ride coming down the interstate. Now, in terms of what you get for the money with this Suburban, $99,774, basically 100 grand. There's a lot to love here. Tow capacity close to 8,000 pounds. You have quite a bit of room in here for 7 adults, as well as having tons of cargo space behind the third row. And then, you know, it's what comes with the High Country, specifically this High Country Deluxe package, having the power moonroof, having the Super Cruise, having the heated cooled seats. There's so much here. Now, all that being said, it's expensive to own. It's expensive to buy it, first of all. And if you finance it, the interest rates are relatively high than, you know, what we're used to, specifically on these higher numbers. And then you're getting 14 miles per gallon city, 18 highway. And right now, with this whole Iran war where the gas prices are through the roof, it's a lot of money to own one of these. So basically, you need to have borderline G-Wagon money anyway to afford this. But it's more practical, I think, than a G-Wagon. Just in terms of the space, the overall usability, and it's less flashy as well. Even though this is a High Country, I feel like this is a bit more subtle, which is why a lot of people go with these instead of going with, let's say, an Escalade anyway. But I think there are a lot of modern touches here. I don't know if it feels as futuristic as, let's say, a Grand Wagoneer or something like that, but I think it's, again, it makes sense. It's a good option. You still have buttons and knobs for all the important stuff. Everything's not coming out of the screen. It still feels like a traditional vehicle in a good way. And then having the heads-up display, the rear entertainment system, the second row heated seats, power folding third row. You don't really have a lot to still desire with how this one is equipped. And if you're paying 100 grand for a vehicle, that's kind of what you're looking for anyway. So all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2026 Chevrolet Suburban High Country.